Liam Spencer's world was crumbling faster than anyone could have foreseen, and with the clock on his life ticking down ominously, the emotional intensity in Los Angeles reached a fever pitch. As the bold and the beautiful spoilers for April 28th unfold, Liam finds himself grappling with his own mortality, facing the chilling reality that he may not have much time left. Determined to leave behind some sense of peace, he makes a dying wish that could change the lives of those he loves most, even as chaos erupts around him. Living at the Cliff House, a place that once represented love and family, Liam now feels its walls closing in, each day an exercise in balancing hope and despair. As the tumor in his brain continues to wreak havoc on his mind and body, Liam chooses to mask the gravity of his condition. Hope Logan, ever perceptive, grows increasingly suspicious of his erratic behavior. Her instincts push her to confront Liam directly, desperate for the truth. Yet Liam, with a mixture of love and misguided bravery, lies to her face, insisting that everything is fine while simultaneously slipping further away from her grasp. In a bittersweet twist, Liam offers Hope life advice instead of honesty, counseling her on matters of love, urging her to consider a future she never expected, one that might not include him. Hope is stunned as Liam gently suggests that she should find happiness, perhaps even with someone like Carter Walton. Hope, reeling from the overwhelming tide of emotions, is left to weigh Liam's words carefully. The idea of moving forward without Liam feels like betrayal, but the wisdom in his voice and the quiet finality of his tone strikes a chord deep within her. Carter, strong and steady, could offer the kind of future Liam now knows he cannot. Meanwhile, across town, the foundations of Carter's world are shaking. Daphne, who had entered Los Angeles under a cloud of mystery and manipulation, faces the brutal collapse of her carefully spun web. Katie Logan, ever the observant protector of her loved ones, overhears a conversation between Daphne and Zen Dominguez that reveals the true nature of Daphne's arrival in town. Shocked and furious, Katie wastes no time confronting Daphne, demanding answers. It soon becomes clear that Steffy Forrester had orchestrated much of Daphne's presence as part of a larger plan that now threatens to unravel spectacularly. Fueled by betrayal, Katie seeks out Carter, laying bare the truth about Daphne's deceit. Carter, blindsided and enraged by Daphne's deception, confronts her with a fury rarely seen. His anger is explosive, a devastating mix of heartbreak and humiliation. Carter demands that Daphne leave, banishing her from his life with a finality that leaves no room for argument. In the aftermath, it becomes increasingly likely that Daphne, humiliated and exposed, will slink back to Paris, her ill-fated machinations relegated to bitter memory. The fallout is swift. Hope, still grappling with Liam's shocking advice and the revelation of Carter's newfound freedom, contemplates the unthinkable pursuing a future with a man she never expected to love. The idea is both terrifying and strangely comforting. Carter, wounded but resilient, offers Hope a kind of stability she's rarely known. Yet the road ahead is fraught with challenges, with the ghosts of past betrayals and future uncertainties looming large. Elsewhere, the battle lines between Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, and Taylor Hayes harden even further. The shocking incident involving Taylor and Brooke, a confrontation fueled by years of resentment and frustration, continues to ripple through the Forrester family. Taylor and Steffy, appalled by the latest developments, are more determined than ever to protect Ridge from Brooke's influence. Eric Forrester, ever the peacemaker, clings to the hope that these tumultuous events might finally open Ridge's eyes to the possibility of a genuine, lasting reunion with Brooke. Yet Ridge, despite the emotional tug-of-war around him, makes a firm and unexpected decision. Though the temptation to return to Brooke's arms burns strong, Ridge resolves to stay the course with Taylor. He chooses stability over chaos, growth over regression, and this time, he refuses to let nostalgia dictate his future. Brooke, blindsided by Ridge's resolve, faces a harsh new reality. For the first time in decades, she must envision a life without Ridge at the center of her world. Brooke's heartache is profound. She begins to confront difficult truths about herself and the choices that led her to this lonely crossroads. The painful realization that Ridge will not be her salvation forces Brooke to reassess her future, to find strength within rather than seeking it from the men who have defined her for so long. It is a harrowing journey, but one that could ultimately lead Brooke to a long overdue rebirth. Amidst all this turmoil, Liam's dying wish takes center stage. Fully aware that his time may be drawing to a close, Liam yearns to right the wrongs, heal old wounds, and create a legacy of peace rather than pain. Chief among his concerns are Hope and Steffi, two women who have been intertwined in love, rivalry, and tragedy because of him. Liam dreams of seeing them find common ground, to lay down their arms and embrace a new chapter of mutual respect and support. To that end, Liam makes a bold and heartfelt request to Steffi. He asks her to help Hope, to offer her a place at Forrester Creations once more. Knowing that Hope's career has been a vital source of pride and purpose, Liam hopes that reinstating her might bring Hope solace and strength during the dark days ahead. His plea places Steffi in an impossible position. Helping Hope would be an act of tremendous grace, but it would also require Steffi to let go of lingering resentments and competitive instincts. Steffi, ever the fighter, is taken aback by Liam's request. Yet the sincerity in his eyes, the frailty of his voice, the unmistakable knowledge that these could be some of his final wishes, stir something deep within her. Wrestling with her own pride and protective instincts, Steffi ultimately agrees, but not without terms. She demands that Liam, in return, come clean to his family about his condition, at least to his father, Bill Spencer. Steffi cannot bear the thought of Liam dying alone, his loved ones kept in the dark. Liam, cornered by Steffi's ultimatum, reluctantly agrees. It is a bitter pill to swallow, but one he understands all too well. Bill deserves to know. The family deserves the chance to say goodbye, even if it breaks them. Hope, unaware of the quiet negotiations unfolding, is stunned when Steffi approaches her with an unexpected offer. In a rare display of vulnerability and sincerity, Steffi invites Hope to return to Forrester Creations, to rebuild her career and her life. It is not just a professional olive branch, but a personal one. Steffi does not explain the full motivation behind her decision, but Hope senses the gravity of it all. Gratitude, confusion, and sorrow swirl within her as she accepts the offer, realizing that Liam's fingerprints are all over this unexpected opportunity. As the days unfold, a fragile peace begins to take root. Hope and Steffi, once fierce rivals, find themselves navigating an uneasy alliance, bound together by a shared love for Liam and a mutual desire to honor his final wishes. It is a testament to Liam's enduring spirit, even as his body falters. Meanwhile, Carter, now untethered from Daphne's duplicity, cautiously opens himself to the possibility of love once more. Hope, still grappling with the enormity of the changes in her life, finds herself drawn to Carter's steadiness, his unwavering support. Their bond deepens slowly, organically, born not of passion but of mutual respect and quiet understanding. Brooke, too, embarks on her own journey of rediscovery. With Ridge firmly committed to Taylor, Brooke faces the daunting task of forging a new identity, independent of the love triangles that have defined her for so long. It is a painful, humbling process, but one that carries the promise of true self-empowerment. As April draws to a close, the bold and the beautiful teeters on the edge of monumental change. Liam's impending fate casts a long shadow over everyone he loves. Steffi and Hope, forced into fragile solidarity, carry the weight of his dreams. Carter and Hope, tentative but hopeful, inch toward a future neither of them expected. Brooke, wounded but unbroken, begins the slow process of healing. Ridge, resolute, steps fully into his life with Taylor, while Eric watches with cautious optimism, ever hopeful for peace within the family he helped build. The future is uncertain, the stakes are higher than ever, and the emotional stakes have never been more real. In this chapter of the bold and the beautiful, love, loss, redemption, and resilience collide in a powerful, heart-wrenching storm, setting the stage for a new era unlike any the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families have ever known. And as the final credits roll each day, viewers are left breathless, wondering who will find happiness, who will face heartbreak, and who will survive the coming storm.